We're going to call them Gridiron Grades. These are all quarterbacks. New faces in new places. So rookies or quarterbacks in new places. These are the ones. So this doesn't count like a Mahomes or a Jared Goff. It's quarterbacks, new faces in new places. Here we go.
This is going to be bleak. What grade would you give C.J. Stroud of the Texans?
C. He got pressured a ton. So only Daniel Jones faced more pressure. But he didn't lead him in a touchdown drive. But again, rookie, lot of pressure. He was fine.
I see you're the teacher every kid wants to get. Let's go to Anthony Richardson.
Almost an A, a B+. He did throw a bad pick late, but 3 plays, pass plays of over 20 yards, led the Colts in rushing. I thought really a dynamic player. I was impressed with him. He had a bad pick late, but he's a kid.
I'll agree. What grade would you give Bryce Young and his 2 interceptions against the Falcons?
Both by Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
I'd give him a D. I don't think he's working with much, but he had the lowest completion percentage of the 3 rookie quarterbacks. Lowest.
It gets worse. Let's go to Sam Howell of the Washington Commanders.
Wait, no, we got Jimmy G here.
Oh, we got Jimmy G. I didn't see Jimmy G. I'm all excited to trash Howell.
All right, I would give Jimmy G a B+.
Yeah.
He didn't give me anything over the top, but he had the 3rd highest graded passer rating in week 1 to PFF. And again, been there, accurate, gets it out. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get any stuff off the script, but I contend when you have an offensive play calling coach like McDaniel, or when he had Josh McDaniel in New England or Vegas, he likes him.
Yeah. All right, now let's go to what grade would you give Sam Howell?
Not working with much, C+, maybe. I mean, he was the 2nd most sacked quarterback. I mean, what are you going to do? I think he's basically a less talented Baker Mayfield. So I'm being kind here. He's probably a C-.
He's facing Arizona. All right, let's give a grade for Desmond Ridder in Atlanta.
Well, he completed 83% of his throws, so I've got to give him a B. Well, I mean, but he completed 83%, but Drake London didn't have a catch and Kyle Pitts had 2. So is that because they doubled Pitts? But, I mean, when you complete over 8 out of 10 passes, I got to give you a B.
At one point, he was 4 for 4 for 0 yards.
I know.
I mean, it's ugly. What grade would you give Josh Dobbs?
C-. 1 of 5 quarterbacks not leading his team to an offensive touchdown. He's got some talent. I'm not sure if he's a franchise quarterback.
All right, let's get to a winner here. Derek Carr in New Orleans.
Am I being too tough? C+.
Oh, you got to be kidding.
Well, you thought he
over 300 yards passing. No, he was excellent.
He was 1 for 7 in the red zone, and I like Derek Carr. That's where you make your money in this league, in the red zone. That's the money maker. You got to be good in the red zone. Okay. What would you give him?
I had B+. I thought he was excellent. The big passes late, second half, he was lights out.
They scored 16 points.
He's making the completions when you have to. 3rd down.
They had 3 picks on Tannehill, scored 16 points, and you want to give him a B+?
All right. Okay. What about Baker Mayfield?
A C. He was awful early, very solid late. Didn't have much of a run game. I mean, they only averaged 3.6 yards a play, and they do have some good offensive pieces, so there's limitations.
This feels a little rigged. What grade would you give Brock Purdy?
A. I thought he was terrific.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but 6 scoring drives? Only Tua had more scoring drives on the road against Pittsburgh. And the other thing is, I'm not giving him credit. He's a little bit like this run here. He's a little bit more athletic than I give him credit for.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, I kind of just see him as a capable guy, but he moves, you can roll the pocket with him.
MVP futures for Brock Purdy.
No.
All right, what grade would you give Kenny Pickett of Pittsburgh?
A D?
Oh, that seems a little harsh.
1 scoring drive of 11 with that talent.
1
of 11 scoring drive. By the way, he was brutal on 3rd down. You know what his passer rating was on 3rd down? 14. And again, that's a money down. Money downs are 3rd down in red zone.
Yeah.
You got to be better at that stuff.
I'll chalk it up to the Niners, but you're right. He has to be better and quick. Yeah. All right, let's give Deshaun Watson a grade from Cleveland.
C-. It wasn't pretty. And he had time. He was only pressured 5 out of 32 drops, so it's like he had plenty of time. And he was still. Now, some of it's just it was a bad day to throw a football. I was reading this morning. Since he arrived in Cleveland to 7 starts, he completes 57% of his throws. And they've got some players. I don't see it.
It's not great. Let's wrap up with a guy we spent a lot of time this summer bagging on, grade for Jordan Love in Chicago.
He missed on a couple, but I give him A-. Listen, they had 10 drives. He scored on 5 on the road. So if you're a young quarterback with your biggest start in your career, you're on the road. I thought he managed the game well. And I also thought, here's where I thought he was good. I thought he was good on 3rd and 4th down. In fact, look at this. He was a perfect 158.3 passer rating on 3rd and 4th down. He was 8 for 10 for 2 touchdowns and 140 yards. Now, a couple of those were play calls. But you got to get that. Those are money downs for quarterbacks.
And he's missing Watson. And then Musgrave.
Listen, if I'm a Packer fan this morning, I've got to be honest. I'm pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.